What if the secret to true prosperity and lasting joy wasn't in how much you have, but in how you think? The rich mindset isn't just about money, it's about cultivating beliefs and habits that transform your entire life. This book will guide you step by step to shift your perspective, break free from limitations, and align your actions with abundance. It's not just about wealth, it's about creating a life you love. The Rich Mindset, Building a Life of Prosperity and Joy, written and published by Success Attraction Formula. Chapter 1. The Foundation of a Rich Mindset, Shaping Your Beliefs. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to thrive effortlessly, creating opportunities and enjoying life, while others remain stuck, no matter how hard they work? The difference often lies in their mindset, the invisible lens through which they see the world. Your beliefs shape your reality, acting as the foundation for every decision, action here, and outcome. In this chapter, we'll explore how shaping your beliefs can unlock the potential for prosperity and joy in your life. The first step toward a rich mindset is recognizing the power of your thoughts. Beliefs are like seeds planted in the garden of your mind. If you nurture seeds of abundance, they grow into opportunities, confidence, and success. On the other hand, if your thoughts are rooted in scarcity or self-doubt, they produce fear and limitation. For example, imagine two individuals applying for a promotion at work. One believes, "I have the skills and experience to succeed," while the other thinks, "I'm not good enough. They'll never pick me." Their actions will mirror their beliefs. The confident person prepares and presents themselves boldly, while the doubter hesitates or sabotages their chances. The outcomes, unsurprisingly, follow their mindsets. To begin shaping your beliefs, it's crucial to identify the stories you tell yourself. Often, these stories stem from past experiences or societal influences. Perhaps you grew up hearing, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "People like us can't achieve great things." Such narratives may have taken root in your subconscious, quietly dictating your choices. But here's the truth. Beliefs are not fixed. They can be questioned, challenged, and transformed. Recognizing limiting beliefs is the first step to rewriting them into empowering ones. One key concept to understand is that beliefs are self-reinforcing. When you believe something strongly, you unconsciously seek evidence to support it. For instance, if you believe that wealth is only for the lucky or the privileged, you'll focus on stories of people who inherited fortunes or stumbled into success. You'll overlook the countless examples of individuals who built their wealth through discipline, creativity, and persistence. This selective focus reinforces your belief, keeping you trapped in a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecy. But by consciously choosing to adopt a new belief, such as abundance is available to anyone willing to work for it, you begin to notice opportunities and solutions that previously went unseen. An essential part of building a rich mindset is surrounding yourself with positive influences. Think of your mind as a sponge, soaking up ideas and energy from the people, media, and environments you engage with. If your circle is filled with negativity, fear, or doubt, it will be harder to cultivate a mindset of prosperity. On the other hand, connecting with individuals who inspire, support, and challenge you to grow will reinforce your belief in what's possible. For example, if you aspire to start a business, spend time with entrepreneurs who share their journeys, struggles, and victories. Their stories will not only motivate you, but also provide valuable insights into the attitudes and actions that lead to success. Let's consider a real-life example. Meet Sarah, a single mother working 2 jobs to make ends meet. For years, she believed that her circumstances defined her limits. "I'll never have enough money," she thought, "and I'll always be stuck here." One day, Sarah decided to challenge this belief. She began reading about financial literacy and abundance, learning how to manage her money and identify small opportunities for growth. Over time, she started a side hustle selling homemade crafts online, which eventually grew into a full-time business. Sarah's transformation didn't happen overnight, but by shifting her beliefs, she unlocked the possibilities that had been there all along. Shaping your beliefs requires consistent effort, but the results are life-changing. Start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you face a challenge or consider a new opportunity. Are they rooted in fear or confidence? Do they open doors or close them? Once you identify a limiting belief, replace it with an empowering one. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," reframe it as, "I'm learning and growing, and I'll figure this out." Over time, this practice will rewire your mindset, making positivity and possibility your default mode. As we close this chapter, consider this reflective question. What is one belief you currently hold about yourself or your circumstances that might be holding you back? How can you begin to reshape it into something empowering? Write it down, reflect on it, and remind yourself that your mindset is the foundation of your success. A rich mindset starts with the simple yet profound decision to believe in your potential. Let this be the first step on your journey to building a life of prosperity and joy. Chapter 2. Shifting from scarcity to abundance. The power of perspective. Do you ever feel like there's never enough time, money, or opportunities? This feeling often stems from a scarcity mindset, a way of thinking that focuses on lack and limitation. The good news is that you don't have to stay trapped in this perspective. By shifting to an abundance mindset, you can unlock a world of possibilities, seeing challenges as opportunities and scarcity as a temporary obstacle, not a permanent state. In this chapter, we'll explore the transformative power of perspective and how embracing abundance can pave the way to a richer, more fulfilling life. The scarcity mindset operates on the belief that resources are finite, and if someone else wins, you lose. It often creates fear, competition, and hesitation, preventing people from taking risks or striving for more. This mindset can manifest in small, everyday ways. For example, have you ever hesitated to share your knowledge with a colleague, fearing it might give them an advantage over you? Or have you passed on an investment opportunity because you were too afraid of losing money? These behaviors stem from the idea that there isn't enough to go around, a belief that can quietly sabotage your growth. In contrast, the abundance mindset is rooted in the belief that there is more than enough for everyone. It's about seeing opportunities instead of obstacles and focusing on potential instead of problems. When you adopt this perspective, you realize that helping others succeed doesn't diminish your own success. It often amplifies it. Think about a mentor who shares their knowledge freely. They not only uplift their mentees, but also build a legacy of collaboration and trust, which often leads to even greater opportunities for themselves. One key concept of abundance is understanding that your perspective shapes your reality. What you focus on grows. If you focus on lack, whether it's a lack of money, time, or skills, you'll find endless reasons to feel stuck. But if you focus on what you have and what you can create, you'll begin to see possibilities everywhere. For instance, imagine two friends starting their own businesses. One complains about limited resources and struggles to move forward, while the other looks at every challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. Over time, their perspectives lead to entirely different outcomes. The first friend remains stagnant, while the second builds a thriving business through persistence and creativity. Shifting from scarcity to abundance requires practice, but it's a skill anyone can develop. The first step is gratitude. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you train your mind to notice abundance in your life, no matter how small it may seem. For example, if you're struggling financially, instead of fixating on your debts, acknowledge the resources you already have: a steady job, supportive friends, or skills that can help you earn more. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it shifts your perspective, helping you see what's possible instead of what's lacking. Another important aspect of abundance is embracing growth over comparison. Scarcity thrives on comparison, making you feel like you're always falling short. But when you adopt an abundance mindset, you recognize that someone else's success doesn't diminish your own potential. Imagine a marathon. A scarcity mindset sees fellow runners as competition, while an abundance mindset views them as inspiration to keep going. By focusing on your unique journey, you free yourself from unnecessary pressure and find joy in progress, not perfection. A powerful, real-life example of abundance comes from the story of John, a young professional who started out with minimal savings and a small network. At first, John hesitated to attend networking events, fearing rejection and feeling like he had nothing to offer. But one day, he decided to change his perspective. Instead of seeing himself as an outsider, he viewed every interaction as a chance to learn and connect. He began sharing his ideas openly, helping others where he could, and offering value without expecting immediate returns. Over time, this approach paid off. The connections he nurtured opened doors to new opportunities, partnerships, and growth. John's success wasn't the result of luck, but of his abundant mindset. It's also important to address fear, which often fuels scarcity thinking. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of loss can all cloud your ability to see abundance. However, these fears are rarely as permanent or insurmountable as they seem. Consider the example of Anna, an artist who dreamed of turning her passion into a career. For years she held back, worried that her work wouldn't sell or that others would judge her. One day she decided to take a small step, selling her paintings at a local fair. To her surprise, not only did her artwork sell, but she also received encouragement from buyers and fellow artists. That first step opened the door to more opportunities, showing Anna that abundance often lies on the other side of fear. To cultivate abundance, surround yourself with people and environments that reflect this mindset. Engage with individuals who inspire you, encourage collaboration, and celebrate growth. Avoid spaces that fuel negativity, competition, or doubt. For example, if you're trying to build financial abundance, follow thought leaders who share practical advice and motivational stories, rather than those who promote fear or cynicism about money. Remember, the energy you absorb influences the mindset you develop. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own mindset. Where in your life do you feel scarcity, whether it's in relationships, finances, or personal growth? How can you begin shifting your perspective toward abundance? Start small. Practice gratitude daily. Focus on opportunities instead of obstacles, and remind yourself that the world is full of possibilities. Shifting to an abundance mindset isn't about ignoring challenges, but about seeing them as stepping stones toward something greater. By changing your perspective, you open the door to a life of prosperity, joy, and endless potential. Let this mindset become the foundation of the rich, fulfilling life you're building. Chapter 3. Visualizing Success. The Role of Clarity and Goals. Can you picture the life you desire, how it feels, looks, and unfolds? If you can't clearly see your goals, how will you know when you've achieved them? Visualization is a powerful tool that connects your aspirations to your actions, creating a mental blueprint for the success you seek. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of clarity and goal setting, as well as how visualization can bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Visualization is not about daydreaming. It's about creating a vivid mental image of your goals and using it to guide your decisions and actions. This practice works because the mind doesn't distinguish between imagined experiences and real ones. When you visualize success, you activate the same neural pathways that would light up if you were actually experiencing it. For example, athletes often visualize themselves crossing the finish line or making the winning shot. This mental rehearsal not only boosts confidence, but also prepares their body and mind to perform. The same principle applies to any goal, whether it's starting a business, improving relationships, or achieving financial freedom. Clarity is the foundation of effective visualization. Without a clear vision, your efforts can become scattered and unfocused. Imagine trying to assemble a puzzle without knowing what the completed image looks like. It's nearly impossible. Similarly, if your goals are vague, such as, "I want to be successful," you lack a roadmap for achieving them. A clear goal, like, "I want to earn an additional $10,000 this year through my side business," provides direction and makes your vision actionable. To create clarity, it's important to be specific about what you want and why you want it. For instance, if your goal is to buy a home, visualize every detail: the location, the size, the design, even how it feels to walk through the front door. But don't stop there. Think about why this goal matters to you. Perhaps it represents stability for your family or a reward for years of hard work. Understanding the deeper meaning behind your goals strengthens your commitment and makes the visualization process more powerful. One of the most transformative aspects of visualization is its ability to align your emotions with your goals. Emotions are like fuel for your actions. When you imagine yourself achieving your dream, feel the excitement, gratitude, and pride as if it's already happened. This emotional connection not only makes your vision more compelling, but also shifts your mindset toward possibility and determination. For example, Maria, a young professional who aspired to become a public speaker, used to feel paralyzed by self-doubt. She began visualizing herself speaking confidently to large audiences, hearing their applause, and feeling proud of her impact. This emotional connection helped her push through fear and take concrete steps, like joining a speaking club and booking small gigs. Another key concept is breaking your vision into smaller, manageable steps. While it's inspiring to dream big, the path to success often requires consistent, incremental progress. Visualization can help you stay motivated along the way by reminding you of the bigger picture. For example, if your ultimate goal is to write a book, visualize not only the finished product, but also the milestones along the journey, completing the first draft, editing chapters, and seeing your name on the cover. Each step becomes more meaningful when connected to your larger vision. It's also important to regularly revisit and refine your visualizations. Life is dynamic, and your goals may evolve over time. Think of your vision as a living document that grows and adapts with you. This doesn't mean abandoning your original dreams, but rather staying open to new opportunities or adjustments that align with your purpose. For example, David, an entrepreneur, initially visualized opening a brick-and-mortar store. Over time, he realized that an online business aligned better with his values of flexibility and global reach. By adjusting his vision, he stayed true to his ultimate goal of financial freedom and fulfillment. Visualization alone isn't enough to achieve success. It must be paired with action. Think of visualization as the spark that ignites your motivation and action as the fuel that sustains it. For instance, imagine a student who dreams of earning a scholarship. They can visualize walking across the stage to accept the award, but without studying, seeking mentorship, or applying for scholarships, the vision remains a dream. Visualization helps set the direction, but action propels you forward. One of the most inspiring real-life examples of visualization in action is Jim Carrey's story. Before becoming a famous actor, Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million, post-dated a decade into the future, and carried it in his wallet. He visualized earning that amount through his acting career. Years later, just before the check's date, he received a role that paid him exactly $10 million. While visualization alone didn't land him the role, it kept his goal vivid and inspired him to pursue opportunities relentlessly. To begin visualizing effectively, create a quiet space where you can focus without distractions. Close your eyes and imagine your goal as vividly as possible, engaging all your senses. Picture yourself living the life you want. What do you see, hear, smell, and feel? Spend a few minutes each day connecting with this vision, allowing it to energize and motivate you. As we close this chapter, reflect on your own goals. What does success look and feel like to you? Spend time each day visualizing your dream life and pair that vision with consistent action. Ask yourself this: if I could see my ideal future clearly, what small step could I take today to move closer to it? Visualization is a tool that bridges imagination and reality. By creating clarity, aligning your emotions, and taking action, you can transform even your biggest dreams into achievable goals. Let your vision guide you toward the rich, joyful life you're building. Chapter 4: Breaking Limiting Habits. Building the Routines of Prosperity. Have you ever wondered why some people consistently thrive while others struggle to make progress? The answer often lies not in talent or luck, but in daily habits. Habits shape our lives, influencing how we think, act, and achieve. If your habits are aligned with your goals, they become powerful tools for success. However, limiting habits, those actions and patterns that hinder growth, can quietly hold you back from living the prosperous life you desire. In this chapter, we'll explore how to identify and break those limiting habits and replace them with routines that foster abundance and joy. Habits are the brain's way of conserving energy. Once a behavior is repeated enough times, it becomes automatic, requiring little conscious effort. While this efficiency is helpful, it also means that bad habits can take root just as easily as good ones. For example, consider someone who wants to save money but frequently indulges in impulse purchases. Over time, this behavior becomes habitual, making it difficult to stick to a budget. Breaking such a cycle requires awareness and deliberate effort, but the rewards are transformative. The first step in breaking limiting habits is identifying them. Often, these habits are so ingrained that they operate unnoticed. Start by reflecting on areas of your life where you feel stuck. Are there patterns of behavior that contribute to these challenges? For example, if you feel unproductive, you might discover a habit of checking social media first thing in the morning, which derails your focus for the day. Recognizing these habits is crucial because you can't change what you're not aware of. Once you've identified a limiting habit, it's important to understand its underlying triggers. Every habit is driven by a cue, a routine, and a reward. For instance, let's say you have a habit of procrastinating by watching TV instead of working on important tasks. The cue might be feeling overwhelmed by the task, the routine is turning on the TV, and the reward is temporary relief from stress. By understanding this cycle, you can begin to disrupt it and replace it with a more productive routine. In this example, you might replace the routine of watching TV with taking a short walk to clear your mind and then tackling the task in small, manageable steps. Replacing a bad habit with a good one requires patience and persistence. Habits are formed through repetition, so it's important to practice the new behavior consistently. Start small to build momentum. For instance, if you want to establish a habit of saving money, begin by setting aside a small amount each week rather than attempting drastic changes all at once. Over time, these small actions compound, creating lasting change. This principle applies to any area of life, from improving health to developing new skills. Let's look at a real-life example. Mark, a young entrepreneur, struggled with time management. His habit of overcommitting to projects left him feeling stressed and unproductive. Recognizing this pattern, he decided to set clear boundaries and prioritize his tasks. Each morning, he spent 5 minutes identifying his top 3 priorities for the day. At first, breaking the habit of saying yes to everything was difficult. But with practice, Mark developed a routine that allowed him to focus on what truly mattered. As a result, his productivity and satisfaction increased dramatically. One key concept to keep in mind is that habits are not just actions, they're reflections of identity. To break a limiting habit, you must shift how you see yourself. For example, if you identify as someone who struggles with fitness, it's easy to fall into patterns of skipping workouts. But if you start identifying as a healthy, active person, your actions will naturally align with that identity. Each small victory, like choosing a nutritious meal or going for a walk, reinforces this new self-image, making it easier to sustain positive habits. The environment also plays a significant role in shaping habits. If your surroundings are filled with triggers for bad habits, breaking them becomes much harder. For instance, if you're trying to eat healthier, but your pantry is stocked with junk food, temptation will always be within reach. By redesigning your environment to support your goals, such as keeping fresh fruits visible and convenient, you reduce friction and make it easier to build positive routines. Similarly, surrounding yourself with supportive people who share your goals can inspire and motivate you to stay on track. It's essential to remember that breaking limiting habits is not about perfection, but progress. Setbacks are natural, and they don't erase the progress you've made. For example, if you're trying to reduce screen time but find yourself mindlessly scrolling one evening, use it as an opportunity to reflect rather than criticize yourself. What triggered the behavior? How can you respond differently next time? This compassionate approach helps you stay committed to the process without getting discouraged. Another powerful strategy for building prosperity-focused routines is tracking your progress. Whether it's maintaining a journal, using an app, or creating a simple checklist, tracking helps you stay accountable and celebrate small wins. For example, if your goal is to improve your finances, track your expenses and savings daily. Seeing tangible evidence of your progress reinforces your efforts and motivates you to keep going. Consider the story of Lisa, a teacher who dreamed of starting her own business, but felt overwhelmed by self-doubt and a lack of time. She realized her habit of binge-watching TV every evening was consuming hours she could use productively. Lisa decided to replace this routine with working on her business plan for just 30 minutes a night. At first, it was challenging, but as she saw her ideas take shape, her motivation grew. Within 6 months, Lisa launched her business, proving that small changes in habits can lead to significant transformations. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your own habits. What routines are holding you back from achieving the life you desire? What small, consistent changes can you make to align your daily actions with your goals? Write down one habit you want to break and one positive habit to replace it. Breaking limiting habits is not about willpower alone. It's about understanding the patterns that shape your life and taking deliberate steps to create new ones. By replacing old routines with empowering habits, you'll build a foundation for prosperity and joy that grows stronger with each passing day. Chapter 5. The Wealth Connection: Nurturing Relationships and Networks. Success and prosperity rarely happen in isolation. Behind every achievement, you'll often find a network of relationships: mentors who guide, colleagues who collaborate, friends who support, and partners who inspire. Building a rich mindset isn't just about personal growth, it's about recognizing the value of relationships and nurturing connections that help you thrive. In this chapter, we'll explore how relationships can amplify your success and how you can build meaningful networks that foster prosperity. Human connections are one of the most valuable assets in life. A single conversation, introduction, or shared idea can open doors to opportunities you never imagined. Yet, many people underestimate the role of relationships in achieving their goals. They may focus entirely on individual effort, neglecting the power of collaboration and support. But the truth is, the people you surround yourself with can influence your thoughts, actions, and outcomes in profound ways. The first step in nurturing relationships that support your success is to cultivate a mindset of genuine curiosity and giving. Prosperous connections aren't built on transactional exchanges. They're rooted in trust and mutual value. When you approach relationships with the intent to listen, learn, and contribute, you create a foundation of authenticity. For instance, imagine meeting a potential mentor at a professional event. Instead of asking, "How can you help me?" focus on understanding their journey and offering something meaningful in return. This approach fosters a connection based on respect and shared growth. It's also important to recognize the types of relationships that contribute to a wealth-oriented mindset. Some connections challenge you to think bigger, others provide emotional support during difficult times, and still others offer expertise and resources that accelerate your progress. For example, Sarah, an aspiring entrepreneur, built a network that included a mentor who helped her refine her business idea, peers who cheered her on, and a financial advisor who taught her how to manage her profits. Each connection played a unique role in her success, reminding her that prosperity is a collaborative effort. Building and nurturing relationships requires effort and intentionality. It's not enough to simply meet people. You must actively invest in maintaining and deepening those connections. This means following up, staying in touch, and showing appreciation. Consider Tom, a young professional who regularly attends industry conferences. Instead of simply collecting business cards, Tom makes it a habit to send personalized emails after each event, sharing his takeaways and expressing gratitude for the conversations he had. Over time, this small act of follow-up has turned casual encounters into lasting relationships that have significantly enriched his career. Another key concept is the power of reciprocity. When you give generously, whether it's your time, knowledge, or support, you create a ripple effect of goodwill. People naturally want to help those who've helped them. For instance, Lisa, a graphic designer, often volunteered her skills to help friends and local businesses. Not only did this expand her portfolio, but it also led to referrals and opportunities she couldn't have accessed otherwise. By focusing on how she could add value, Lisa built a network that consistently supported her growth. While nurturing relationships, it's equally important to be mindful of the company you keep. Surrounding yourself with negativity, doubt, or complacency can hinder your progress. Take a moment to evaluate your current connections. Are the people in your circle encouraging your growth, or are they reinforcing limiting beliefs? This doesn't mean cutting ties with everyone who isn't aligned with your goals, but it does mean prioritizing relationships that inspire and challenge you to reach your potential. Creating a wealth-focused network also involves stepping outside your comfort zone. It's easy to stay within familiar circles, but growth often happens when you connect with people who have different perspectives, experiences, or expertise. For example, David, a marketing consultant, initially felt intimidated by the idea of joining a mastermind group with more experienced professionals. However, he pushed past his doubts and joined. The insights and feedback he gained from the group not only elevated his skills, but also introduced him to clients and collaborators who expanded his business. A practical way to expand your network is by participating in communities that align with your interests or goals. This could be a professional organization, a volunteer group, or even an online forum. The key is to show up consistently and engage meaningfully. Instead of passively observing, contribute to discussions, offer help, and share your experiences. Over time, these interactions can lead to connections that transform your personal and professional life. Let's consider a real-life example. Mike, a software developer, dreamed of launching his own tech startup, but lacked the resources and knowledge to get started. Instead of trying to do everything on his own, Mike attended local tech meetups and shared his vision with others. Through these events, he met a co-founder who shared his passion, an investor who provided funding, and a mentor who guided him through the challenges of building a business. Mike's success wasn't just about his skills, it was about the network of relationships he cultivated. At the heart of all meaningful relationships is the ability to listen deeply and communicate effectively. When you truly listen to others, you gain insights into their needs, aspirations, and challenges. This creates opportunities to add value and build trust. Similarly, clear and honest communication helps you articulate your goals and intentions, making it easier for others to support you. For example, Emily, a writer, struggled to find opportunities to publish her work. When she began sharing her goals openly with her network, she discovered that a friend knew an editor at a prominent magazine. That single introduction changed the trajectory of her career. As we close this chapter, think about the relationships in your life. Who inspires you to grow? Who challenges you to think differently? And most importantly, how can you contribute to these connections in a meaningful way? Write down one action you can take today to nurture a relationship that supports your goals. Relationships are the bridges that connect you to opportunities, ideas, and success. By approaching them with authenticity, generosity, and intentionality, you'll create a network that not only enriches your life but also helps you build a foundation of prosperity and joy. Let these connections be a source of strength and inspiration as you continue your journey toward the rich mindset. Chapter 6: Turning Ideas into Action. The courage to create opportunities. Have you ever had a great idea that felt so exciting, but you hesitated to act on it? Maybe you told yourself it wasn't the right time or doubted whether you could succeed. Ideas are the seeds of change and growth, but they mean little without action. Turning ideas into action is one of the most critical steps in building a life of prosperity and joy. This chapter will explore how to bridge the gap between imagination and reality, giving you the courage and tools to create opportunities that align with your goals. The first key to transforming ideas into action is understanding the role of fear. Fear is a natural response when stepping into the unknown, but it's also the barrier that holds many people back. The fear of failure, judgment, or even success can paralyze progress. However, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. Think of fear as a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which is where growth happens. For example, when Alice, a graphic designer, had the idea to launch her own freelance business, she was terrified of leaving the security of her full-time job. But by breaking her goal into smaller steps and focusing on each one, she eventually turned her idea into a thriving career. Clarity is another essential element in turning ideas into action. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get overwhelmed or distracted. Imagine trying to build a house without a blueprint. You might start enthusiastically, but soon find yourself lost. The same principle applies to ideas. To take meaningful action, Define your goal and outline the steps needed to achieve it. For example, if your idea is to start a podcast, break it down. Research topics, acquire equipment, outline episodes, and set a launch date. Each step brings you closer to making your idea a reality. Action also requires a willingness to embrace imperfection. Waiting for the perfect moment or conditions often leads to endless delays. The truth is, there's no such thing as the perfect time to start. Successful people understand that progress, not perfection, is the goal. They take action, learn from their mistakes, and refine their approach as they go. For instance, Sam, an aspiring author, spent years waiting to feel ready to write his first book. Eventually, he decided to start with just 30 minutes of writing each day. The first draft wasn't flawless, but it gave him the foundation to edit, improve, and eventually publish a book that resonated with readers. One of the most powerful tools for creating opportunities is leveraging momentum. Action generates energy, and each small step builds confidence and motivation for the next. This concept is often called the snowball effect, where consistent effort leads to exponential growth. Take John, who wanted to improve his physical health. Instead of setting an overwhelming goal to lose 50 pounds, he focused on walking for 20 minutes a day. Over time, this small habit led to running, strength training, and a complete lifestyle transformation. The initial action sparked a chain of events that turned his idea into a reality. Another critical component of action is adaptability. Plans rarely unfold exactly as envisioned, and flexibility allows you to adjust and move forward. This doesn't mean abandoning your goals, but rather finding new paths to achieve them when obstacles arise. For example, Emma, a small business owner, planned to open a physical store. When the pandemic disrupted her plans, she shifted to an online model, using social media to connect with customers. Her ability to adapt not only saved her business but also expanded her reach beyond her local community. Accountability can also play a significant role in turning ideas into action. Sharing your goals with someone you trust creates a sense of commitment and support. For instance, Max wanted to save money for a trip but struggled to stay consistent. He told a close friend about his goal and asked them to check in weekly. This simple act of accountability kept him motivated and on track. Whether it's a friend, mentor, or group, having someone to encourage and challenge you can make all the difference. Belief in yourself is the foundation that underpins every step of this process. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin. Trusting in your ability to learn and grow along the way is key. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself that every successful person started as a beginner. For example, consider Marie Curie, who faced immense obstacles as a female scientist but persevered to make groundbreaking discoveries. Her courage to act on her ideas even when the odds were against her changed the world. As we close this chapter, reflect on an idea you've been holding back on. What's stopping you from taking the first step? Is it fear, a lack of clarity, or the belief that you're not ready? Write down one small action you can take today to move closer to your goal. It could be as simple as making a phone call, researching a topic, or setting a date for your first step. Turning ideas into action is where dreams become reality. By embracing courage, clarity, and persistence, you can transform even the smallest idea into an opportunity that leads to prosperity and joy. Take the first step today and let your actions pave the way to a richer, more fulfilling life. Chapter 7. Mastering Money Energy, Aligning Finances with a Joyful Life. Money is often seen as a source of stress or conflict, but what if it could be something more? A tool to create joy, freedom, and opportunities. The way you think about and manage money is a reflection of your mindset. By understanding the energy of money and aligning your financial habits with your values, you can transform your relationship with wealth. In this chapter, we'll explore how mastering the flow of money can help you build prosperity while living a life that brings you genuine joy. At its core, money is a tool, a neutral resource that takes on the meaning and purpose we assign to it. Many people, however, develop emotional associations with money based on their upbringing or past experiences. For example, if you grew up in a household where money was scarce, you might view it as something difficult to attain or hold on to. On the other hand, if money was treated as a source of power, you might associate it with control or even guilt. Recognizing these emotional patterns is the first step toward mastering money energy. When you view money as a flow of energy, you begin to see it as something dynamic rather than static. It's not just about earning and saving, it's about how money moves through your life. Think of money like water. It needs to flow freely to nourish and sustain. If you hoard it out of fear, it stagnates and loses its power. Conversely, if you spend recklessly without intention, it rushes away without creating lasting value. Striking the right balance is key to creating financial alignment. One way to align your finances with a joyful life is to connect your spending and saving habits to your core values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? For some, it might be security and stability, while for others, it could be experiences, learning, or giving back to their community. When your financial choices reflect your values, money becomes a means of enhancing your life rather than a source of tension. For example, Emma, a young professional, realized that her frequent online shopping didn't align with her desire to travel. She shifted her spending, focusing on saving for trips, and found that aligning her finances with her values brought her far more happiness. Creating a budget that aligns with your goals is another powerful tool for mastering money energy. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It allows you to direct your financial resources toward what matters most while eliminating wasteful or unconscious spending. Take John, for instance, who was tired of feeling like his paycheck disappeared each month. By creating a simple budget, he identified areas where he was overspending, such as dining out, and redirected that money toward his dream of starting a small business. Within a year, John had saved enough to launch his venture, all because he aligned his finances with his purpose. Another essential concept is the role of gratitude in financial abundance. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a mindset of abundance. When you're grateful for the money you already have, no matter how much or little, it transforms your energy around finances. For example, consider Sarah, a teacher who always felt stressed about her modest income. She began practicing gratitude by writing down one thing she appreciated about her financial situation each day, such as having a roof over her head or the ability to support her family. Over time, this practice shifted her perspective and helped her make financial decisions from a place of positivity rather than fear. It's also important to address debt, which often carries a heavy emotional burden. Instead of viewing debt as a source of shame or failure, see it as part of your financial story, a challenge you can overcome. Develop a plan to manage and reduce debt in a way that feels empowering. For instance, Daniel, a recent college graduate, felt overwhelmed by his student loans. He created a repayment plan that prioritized high-interest loans first, while still allowing him to save for small joys like weekend trips. This balanced approach helped him stay motivated and reduced his financial stress. Investing is another critical aspect of mastering money energy. Investing isn't just about growing your wealth, it's about creating opportunities for your future self. Whether it's building a retirement fund, starting a business, or acquiring new skills, investing is a way of putting your money to work for you. For example, Lisa, a single mother, initially felt intimidated by the idea of investing. She started small, setting aside a portion of her income each month for a low-risk mutual fund. Over time, this habit grew into a significant financial cushion, giving her peace of mind and the ability to pursue new opportunities. Generosity is another often overlooked component of financial alignment. Sharing your resources with others, whether through donations, gifts, or acts of kindness, creates a ripple effect of positivity. When you give from a place of abundance, it reinforces the belief that there is always enough. Consider Mia, a business owner who committed to donating a portion of her profits to local charities. Not only did this practice strengthen her connection to her community, but it also inspired her team and customers, contributing to the growth of her business. Mastering money energy also requires a growth mindset. Financial setbacks and mistakes are inevitable, but they're also opportunities to learn and improve. For instance, Alex, an artist, made a poor financial decision by over-investing in a failed project. Instead of dwelling on the loss, he analyzed what went wrong and used the experience to make better decisions in the future. His resilience allowed him to bounce back stronger and more confident in his ability to manage money. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your relationship with money. Are your financial habits aligned with your values and goals? What small change can you make today to create more harmony between your finances and the life you want to live? Write down one action, whether it's creating a budget, practicing gratitude, or planning your next investment, that will move you closer to financial alignment. Mastering the energy of money isn't just about numbers, it's about creating a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. By aligning your financial habits with your purpose, you can transform money into a tool for prosperity, freedom, and joy. Let this be the beginning of a new, empowered relationship with your wealth. Chapter 8: Resilience and Growth, Turning Setbacks into Stepping Stones. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and setbacks are inevitable. But what if each challenge you face is actually an opportunity in disguise? Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it is one of the most essential traits for achieving long-term success and prosperity. In this chapter, we'll explore how to cultivate resilience and use setbacks as stepping stones for personal and financial growth. Resilience begins with perspective. The way you interpret a setback determines how you respond to it. Some people view challenges as insurmountable obstacles, while others see them as temporary and solvable. This difference in perspective is often the key to resilience. For example, imagine two entrepreneurs whose businesses face financial losses. One becomes consumed with self-doubt and quits, while the other analyzes what went wrong, learns from the experience, and adjusts their approach. Over time, the second entrepreneur emerges stronger because they chose to see the setback as a lesson rather than a failure. A crucial aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. When faced with adversity, it's natural to feel frustration, fear, or disappointment. However, allowing these emotions to overwhelm you can cloud your judgment and prevent you from moving forward. Developing strategies to process your emotions in a healthy way, such as journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing mindfulness, can help you regain clarity. For example, Sarah, a project manager, faced a major setback when her team failed to meet a critical deadline. Instead of reacting impulsively, she took a moment to breathe, reflect on the situation, and then worked with her team to create a new plan. Her ability to stay calm under pressure turned a potential failure into a chance for improvement. Another key element of resilience is adaptability. Setbacks often require you to pivot and try a new approach. Being flexible and open to change can help you navigate challenges more effectively. For instance, consider Mark, a chef who dreamed of opening a restaurant. When his plans were disrupted by unexpected zoning issues, he adapted by starting a successful food truck business instead. Mark's willingness to adjust his strategy allowed him to achieve his goals in a different way, demonstrating the power of resilience in action. Resilience also involves building a strong support system. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or hold you back during difficult times. Seeking guidance and encouragement from trusted mentors, friends, or family members can provide you with the strength and perspective you need to overcome setbacks. For example, Emma, a recent college graduate, struggled to find a job in her field. With the encouragement of her mentor, she expanded her search and explored opportunities outside her comfort zone. This support helped her land a role that became the foundation for her career. Self-belief is another cornerstone of resilience. Challenges can test your confidence, but believing in your ability to overcome them is critical. Even when circumstances seem dire, reminding yourself of past successes and the skills you've developed can reinforce your resolve. Take Lisa, an artist whose gallery debut was poorly received. Though disheartened, she reminded herself of the positive feedback she'd received from other projects and continued creating. Her persistence led to a later exhibition that was widely celebrated. Her story illustrates that setbacks don't define you. How you respond to them does. A growth mindset is vital for turning setbacks into stepping stones. This mindset emphasizes that skills and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. Instead of viewing mistakes as failures, a growth mindset sees them as opportunities for improvement. For example, Alex, a software developer, encountered a significant error in a project that delayed its launch. Rather than blaming himself, he used the experience to refine his coding process and implement new safeguards. The setback not only improved his technical skills, but also enhanced the quality of future projects. Resilience isn't just about recovering from setbacks, it's about using them as fuel for growth. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to handle future difficulties. This concept is similar to how muscles grow stronger through resistance. The more you face and navigate adversity, the more resilient you become. For instance, David, a small business owner, faced a series of financial setbacks during his first year. By addressing each challenge head-on, he developed better budgeting skills, improved his marketing strategies, and ultimately built a thriving business. To cultivate resilience, it's helpful to practice gratitude, even during difficult times. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's still going right. For example, Anna, a teacher, faced a challenging year when her school implemented new policies that disrupted her routine. Instead of dwelling on the frustration, she focused on her supportive colleagues and the progress her students were making. This mindset helped her navigate the changes with greater ease and optimism. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on a recent setback in your life. What did you learn from it? How did it shape your perspective or skills? Write down one way you can approach future challenges with resilience and growth in mind. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them as opportunities for growth. By staying calm, adapting to change, and believing in your ability to overcome obstacles, you can turn setbacks into stepping stones toward a richer, more fulfilling life. Let resilience be the force that carries you forward, no matter what challenges come your way. Chapter 9: The Ripple Effect. Spreading Wealth and Positivity. Success is most meaningful when it's shared. The ripple effect of spreading wealth and positivity doesn't just enrich the lives of others, it magnifies your own sense of fulfillment and purpose. When you use your resources, whether financial, emotional, or intellectual, to uplift others, you create a cycle of abundance that multiplies over time. In this chapter, we'll explore how generosity and positivity can transform your life and the lives of those around you, building a legacy of prosperity and joy. At its core, spreading wealth is about shifting from a mindset of me to we. True prosperity isn't just measured by what you accumulate, but by the positive impact you have on others. Consider the story of Emily, a small business owner who had worked tirelessly to build her company. Once she achieved financial stability, she decided to reinvest in her community by mentoring aspiring entrepreneurs. Emily didn't just share her knowledge, she also created job opportunities and donated a portion of her profits to local education initiatives. Over time, her efforts not only strengthened her community, but also deepened her own sense of purpose and connection. Generosity is not limited to money. Sharing your time, skills, and encouragement can be equally powerful. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, create ripples that spread far beyond the initial gesture. For example, imagine a teacher who stays after school to help a struggling student. The immediate impact is clear, but the ripple effect might lead that student to gain confidence, achieve academic success, and eventually mentor others. By choosing to give, you set a powerful example and inspire those around you to do the same. One key concept to understand is that generosity and positivity are not zero-sum games. Helping others doesn't deplete your resources, it often enhances them. When you give with an open heart, you reinforce a mindset of abundance. This mindset, in turn, attracts more opportunities and blessings into your life. For instance, James, a real estate investor, made it a practice to support local housing initiatives. By donating materials and volunteering his time, he not only improved his community but also built strong relationships that led to new partnerships and projects. His generosity created a network of trust and goodwill that benefited everyone involved. Another important aspect of spreading wealth and positivity is practicing intentional giving. It's not about random acts of charity, but about aligning your contributions with your values and goals. For example, if education is a cause close to your heart, consider donating to scholarships or volunteering at schools. By focusing your efforts on areas that resonate with you, your giving becomes more meaningful and impactful. This intentional approach also ensures that your contributions create lasting change. Positivity is equally crucial in creating a ripple effect. Your attitude and energy influence those around you, shaping their experiences and outlooks. For example, imagine working on a team where one person constantly brings encouragement, optimism, and solutions to the table. Their positivity can uplift the entire group, leading to better collaboration and outcomes. On the other hand, negativity can spread just as quickly, dampening morale and stifling progress. Choosing to approach challenges with a positive mindset doesn't just benefit you, it sets the tone for everyone you interact with. Let's consider the story of Lisa, a community organizer who believed in the power of collective action. She started a small neighborhood project to clean up local parks. Her enthusiasm and positivity inspired others to join, and what began as a one-time event grew into a citywide movement. Lisa's ability to spread positivity and rally others around a common goal demonstrated how one person's energy can spark meaningful change. Another critical component of creating a ripple effect is gratitude. Gratitude fosters a sense of contentment and abundance, which naturally leads to generosity and positivity. When you acknowledge the blessings in your life, you're more inclined to share them with others. For instance, David, a software engineer, made it a habit to write weekly thank you notes to colleagues and clients who had supported him. This simple act of gratitude strengthened his relationships and created a culture of appreciation within his workplace. Creating a ripple effect also involves teaching and empowering others. Sharing knowledge and resources equips people to succeed on their own terms, multiplying the impact of your efforts. For example, Rachel, a financial advisor, volunteered to teach workshops on budgeting and investing in underserved communities. The people she helped didn't just improve their own financial situations, they also shared what they learned with their families and friends, spreading the benefits even further. It's important to note that spreading wealth and positivity doesn't require grand gestures. Small, consistent actions can create a lasting impact. A kind word, a helping hand, or a thoughtful gift can brighten someone's day and inspire them to pass it on. These small acts, when repeated, form the foundation of a culture of abundance and kindness. As we close this chapter, take a moment to reflect on how you can create a ripple effect in your own life. What resources, whether time, skills, or money, can you share to uplift others? How can you use your attitude and energy to inspire positivity in your community? Write down one action you'll take this week to spread wealth or positivity, and commit to following through. Spreading wealth and positivity is not just an act of kindness, it's a powerful way to enrich your own life while making a difference in the world. By giving generously, aligning your contributions with your values, and fostering positivity, you create a ripple effect that expands far beyond yourself. Let this be your legacy, a life of prosperity, joy, and meaningful connection that inspires others to do the same. Chapter 10. Living the Rich Mindset. Sustaining prosperity and joy every day. What does it mean to truly live a rich mindset? It's not just about achieving goals or accumulating wealth. It's about embracing a way of life that cultivates prosperity, gratitude, and joy every single day. The rich mindset is a lifelong practice, one that shapes how you approach challenges, celebrate successes, and inspire others. In this final chapter, we'll bring together all the elements we've explored, showing you how to sustain a life of abundance while remaining aligned with your values and purpose. Living the rich mindset begins with consistency. Prosperity and joy are not the result of a one-time effort. They are built through daily habits and intentional choices. Imagine a musician who practices regularly. Their skill doesn't come from a single session, but from a commitment to improvement over time. The same applies to your mindset. Each small decision you make, whether it's practicing gratitude, setting clear goals, or nurturing relationships, reinforces the foundation of your rich mindset. A crucial part of sustaining this mindset is embracing self-reflection. Taking time to evaluate your thoughts, actions, and progress allows you to stay aligned with your purpose. For example, Anna, a business owner, dedicates one evening each week to reflecting on her goals and the choices she's made. By asking herself questions like, what went well this week? And what can I improve? Anna ensures that her actions are intentional and connected to her vision of prosperity. This practice helps her maintain clarity and momentum, even during challenging times. Another key aspect of living the rich mindset is balancing ambition with contentment. While it's important to pursue growth and new opportunities, it's equally essential to appreciate where you are right now. Gratitude is the bridge that connects striving for more with finding joy in the present. For example, David, a marketing professional, makes it a habit to write down 3 things he's grateful for each morning before diving into his workday. This practice not only enhances his mood, but also reminds him of the abundance he already has, fueling his motivation to achieve more. The rich mindset also involves staying adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and even the best-laid plans can encounter setbacks or shifts. Embracing change with an open mind allows you to navigate challenges without losing sight of your goals. For instance, Sarah, a teacher, planned to use her summer break to write a book, but had to pivot when unexpected family responsibilities arose. Instead of abandoning her goal, she adjusted her timeline and found smaller windows of time to write. Her adaptability ensured she continued moving forward while staying true to her priorities. Relationships remain at the heart of a rich mindset. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals keeps you inspired and grounded. These connections provide encouragement during tough times and celebrate your successes with genuine joy. For example, Lisa, an artist, attributes much of her growth to her network of fellow creatives who share ideas, offer feedback, and collaborate on projects. This sense of community amplifies her sense of abundance, showing her that prosperity is not a solo journey, but a shared experience. Another essential component of living the rich mindset is giving back. Generosity not only benefits others but also reinforces your own sense of abundance. Whether it's mentoring someone, donating resources, or volunteering your time, acts of kindness create a ripple effect that strengthens your connection to the world around you. For example, Mark, a software developer, regularly volunteers to teach coding workshops for underserved youth. This not only enriches the lives of his students, but also deepens Mark's appreciation for his own journey, reminding him of how far he's come. Sustaining a rich mindset also means taking care of your well-being. Physical health, mental clarity, and emotional balance are foundational to living a joyful and prosperous life. Imagine trying to build a successful career while neglecting your health. You may achieve short-term gains, but burnout will eventually take its toll. Prioritizing activities like exercise, mindfulness, and rest ensures that you have the energy and focus needed to pursue your goals. For instance, Emily, a busy executive, incorporates yoga and meditation into her routine, finding that these practices help her stay calm, energized, and productive. A growth mindset remains central to this journey. Viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and improve keeps you resilient and forward-focused. For example, Alex, a photographer, faced rejection from several major clients early in his career. Instead of giving up, he used the feedback he received to refine his skills and expand his portfolio. Over time, his persistence paid off, and those same clients eventually sought him out for collaborations. Alex's commitment to growth exemplifies the power of staying open to learning, even in the face of setbacks. As you continue living the rich mindset, remember that it's a dynamic process. Your goals, values, and circumstances will evolve, and your mindset should grow with them. Stay curious, embrace change, and remain committed to the principles of abundance, gratitude, and purpose. This flexibility ensures that your journey remains fulfilling and aligned with the life you want to create. As we close this chapter in the book, take a moment to reflect on the path you've traveled. What have you learned about yourself and your potential? How will you continue to apply the rich mindset to your daily life? Write down one specific action you'll take each day to nurture your prosperity and joy. Let this action become a habit, a small, powerful step that keeps you aligned with your vision. Living the rich mindset is not about reaching a destination, it's about embracing a way of life. By cultivating habits of consistency, gratitude, and generosity, you create a foundation for sustained prosperity and joy. Let your mindset be a guiding light, illuminating the endless possibilities that lie ahead. This is your journey, and it is rich with potential. Live it fully. Throughout this book, we've explored the transformative power of a rich mindset, shaping your beliefs, shifting to abundance, setting clear goals, building empowering habits, and creating opportunities that align with your values. We've discussed the importance of relationships, resilience, and generosity in fostering a life of prosperity and joy. The journey to lasting success begins with small intentional steps, and it's sustained through gratitude, growth, and positivity. As you apply these principles to your life, remember that true wealth is not just about material success, but about living a life filled with meaning and connection. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this journey. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more insights and tools to enrich your life. Your support helps us continue sharing content that inspires and empowers.